Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Melanie and I do a lot of daily and bi-weekly hauls, bi-weekly videos, vlogs of my life, and I've decided that because I am doing videos where I'm going on about makeup and doing my makeup on camera and stuff, which was never the plan, I thought I would do a makeup full of a certain brand. And I'm going to do about 3 different ones because I have a lot of products by 3 different brands. And I thought I'd start with Sleek makeup. So I had all but 2 of these items already because I've been buying Sleek on and off for about 12 months now. And I've got some of the products in beauty boxes. So on Wednesday evening I went on Boots website and I thought I need brow products, mascara and a powder. Went on, did not like the brow product. There was only one option and it was a kit with a wax and a powder. And for me personally, I prefer a pencil, and I just thought I probably won't use it again, it's a waste of money. So the only product I'm going to use today that isn't Sleek is the brow product. But what I'm using is in the Sleek price range, so it's a similar value, so it's not too bad. The 2 items I ended up buying was a powder, which when I got I was shocked by because it's full of glitter. It says illuminating, I just thought it was like had a sheen to it, and I bought the mascara. So I've got all the makeup set out here. I've got quite a lot. I've got powder, these are eyeshadows, this is Blush Trio I think, yeah. This is the highlight and contour. I've got the Solstice palette. Oh no, this is Cleopatra's Kiss. I thought it was the Solstice one, which I struggle with, I'm not a big fan of. I've got foundation, which was one of my favourite foundations in winter. I've got one lipstick that I got free and it's not my type of shade. And yeah, I might as well start. So I'm not a big fan of having my hair up. On camera, but I'm not used to doing my makeup like sat down. I tend to do my face stood up in the bathroom and then I'll sit down in my bedroom and do my eyes. All I've done to my face is moisturise it. I've had a shower and I've moisturised my face basically, and I'm probably going to look a mess now. I'm not using this to use any of the makeup, I'm literally using it as my mirror. So the first product is the Sleek Life Proof Foundation, medium to full coverage, sweat proof, oil free in LP01. This is like the second tube I've had, if not the third, and it's really nice. It's quite a thick foundation and I've not worn it for a little while, and I have a full one in the darker shade, but it's just, I want glowing skin in the summer, so it's not really good for me for summer. So I always use a beauty blender, a damp beauty blender, to basically tap it in. If I'm in a hurry I would literally do that and then tap it quickly. And this video is going to be in real time, but I will fast forward some of the bits, especially the bits where I'm not talking. This is the second time I've done my makeup today. I was originally meant to do this early today, but I ran out of time and I needed to go out, and I did a 10-minute makeup. I gave myself 10 minutes on the timer and somehow I pulled it off, which surprised me because I didn't think I would. The beauty about having a beauty blender, is it stops the makeup from being too thick, so you can have it quite light or you can build it up if you want. I do like this foundation. I did use it a lot when it first came out, and this is even my second or third tube of it. I'm not sure. It's probably my third one, because there was a period when it first came out and I got it, and I literally, every time I did my face, it was on my face. Now I don't have concealer, and I'm not going to cheat and use what I normally use, so I decided basically to use my foundation as my concealer as well, which isn't ideal, but I definitely need concealer. And I'm hoping as well that the illuminating powder will help. I mean, there's nothing much else I can do than what I've done, because I don't have a concealer. In an ideal world, and I can't even remember if there was a sleek concealer. There probably is. So I always then go in with the powder. So the powder that I've got is the Luminous Press Powder SPF 15 in 01. So like all sleek products, comes in this packaging. It's got a mirror and it's got a sponge. Part of me wants to use the sponge. Part of me thinks it's going to be too dark, so let's just try the sponge. Oh, this, can you see the difference in colour? This is very yellow toned and my skin is a pink toned. And this is not the best tool. So lately, I've just been doing my forehead, eyes, a little bit of my chin, whatever's left over and down my neck, because I don't want a heavy makeup look, even though I've just literally caked it all over my forehead. When you look at it, it's very glittery, but on the skin, it's not super glittery, thankfully. When I opened it yesterday, I was so worried. I was like, oh my god, what have I done? Because there was another powder, but this had the better reviews, but no one in the reviews mentioned it being glittery. So when I got it, I was a bit concerned about it, and I weren't going to use it. So it is very yellow toned and not easy to blend, because I did put it on thick and it doesn't want to blend too much. Next, I always do my blush. So the beauty about these palettes, have all got mirrors, so I'm not using my big one that much. So this is Lace, I believe it's called. I do not like that shade. I always use this shade. If you like NARS Orgasm, this is the equivalent and I love it. Where's my brush? But it's easy to go over the top with it. Ooh, like I've just done. Don't worry, I've not finished that cheek, I'm just taking some product off the brush. I love that it's got a gold shimmer to it. But it is very pigmented for the price, so you have to be careful with it. I look healthier. I'm thinking of doing a Maybelline one and a NYX NYX. I do need a couple of products for each one, but you know, I want to branch out a little bit on this channel and show more of who I am, and I do like makeup. So that's that. I'm not very well today, so I'm quite nauseous and dizzy. I've had some Pepto-Bismol. I've just had some codeine as well. So I do have, and I bought this, and this was a cult product for such a long time, and I never bought it, and I eventually got it last year, and I've barely touched the bronzer, but as you can see, I've touched the highlighter a lot. So I don't know if I'm going to contour or not, because I feel like I'm going to end up making a mess. So basically I'm just going to highlight. Now I don't know if this is the right highlight to use, because it's got like a blue tone to it, and I've just put gold on my cheeks, and I do have another highlight palette, but I'm not mad keen on it, so I don't know if I should use this or not. I might use it. Ooh. I want to start using this now because it's summer, and I feel like I can get away with it because it is kind of glittery, and I wouldn't want to use it in winter. But now I feel like I can get it out if I really want to. I'm using the two powders because there's two powders and there's two cream ones, so I'm using a bit of both. But that is giving a wicked highlight. I always put some on the tip of my nose and a little bit up the middle, and I'm mixing the shades. Then I always do my Cupid's bow. It's a bit glittery, I might use the cream one. I'm using the yellow goldy colour cream one in my corner of my eyes. That is a bit too gold actually, because I know what colours I'm using on my eyes already. I don't like how it is on the corner of my eyes. I don't like that at all. See if the powder makes it look a bit better. Oh god, I've gone a bit too... See, I've got to film another video after this, and I'm just going a bit over the top here. I've got too much gold on my face. Now I've just wiped my makeup off. Definitely the wrong palette for the inner corners. Maybe I should have stuck to the highlight and contour palette, but I didn't. At least I know in the future. My nose is a bit over the top as well, but that's going to have to stay. So that's that. See, I don't know if this is like... I will do some close-ups at the end. So next I'm on to eyeshadow. So I've got three main palettes and I've got a mini one somewhere. So last year I bought this one, it's a 10th anniversary one, and I would like to use the colours, but that's not today's palette. When I bought that, I got three items. I got a mini palette, I got a lipstick, and I got a eyeliner. I'll be using both of those today. Then I've got two other palettes here. I've got this one, which I'm not using, Bad Girl. I think this is the first eyeshadow palette by Sleek that I owned. And then the one that I'm using today is called Vintage Romance, which I got in a glossy box in February or March. I think it was March. And I'm going to be using the gold shades mainly. I've got about 15 makeup brushes here, I'll be honest, they're everywhere. Because there's no super light colour, I can't go up to my brow bone like I normally would. I've just mixed two colours together. I've mixed the second one along and the end one along, just to create a base shade. But it's darker than what I want, but I can't take it up high because of how dark it is, unfortunately. It's actually darker than I thought. So this is already going different to what I planned. But it is what it is. I'm going to use one of the berry shades. Badly. I've just messed this look up completely. Yep, very badly. I need to blend it out. I had a look in my head, but because it's gone wrong from step one of the eyeshadow, it's not going to come together how I planned. So I've got to do the same to the other eye, even though what I did was a complete accident. I'm not happy. But I did, I used this palette yesterday because I knew I was going to use it today, and the look I did was absolutely fantastic. And I just can't do it because I started off wrong. I'm using the third one along on the bottom. Because I'm going to have to put a lot more pink in the look than planned. This isn't the planned look, but I wasn't going to let it defeat me. So, yep. I never put colour along the lower lash, but I feel like I need to drag the pink in or down. Don't want to look like I'm ill. This is not my typical look, honestly. I'm not 100% happy, but there's nothing I can do about it because I'm not starting again. Just feel like I look ill. See, I'm going to do a main channel update and I'm looking not like myself. I think I'm going to do my brows. The product that I'm using is the Selfie Sculpt by Tanya Burr. This is $6.99 or $5.99, so it's the price range that Sleek would be. So I brush my brows first. And I do have one brow higher than the other one, and I try to match it, but it doesn't matter if they're not spot on. They never look identical. You know, you should never try to make your brows identical. So I literally just lightly do it. This is quite a full-on one, even though this is my shade. It's the lightest one. But it's still, you can end up with a very full-on brow if you're not careful. Which sometimes I don't mind. Sometimes I want a heavier brow. Sometimes for daytime look I end up with this really heavy brow and I'm like, oh my god. But then I'll brush it over with the powder brush and that helps lighten it sometimes as well. Can also help set it as well because it is kind of a waxy pencil. I always start the second one before I finish the first. And then I do a line slightly above my brow just to make it a little bit higher to match the other one, and then I'll make it slightly longer so then it looks higher as well, and then I'll drag it down. Don't worry, that's not finished, so then I will go back to this one a little bit. Some days I have really good days where they look very similar, and some days, probably today, they look nothing alike. But I don't sit there for hours crying over it, trying to get them to look identical. I just work with whatever I've got. Next I'm going to be doing my eyeliner. And mascara and lips, but I'm not going to be talking because the person that I live with has come home, so this is the end of the talking bit. So now I'm going to do liquid eyeliner. In fact, before I do that, I'm going to curl my lashes. I keep knocking everything on the floor as well. I don't normally use this.